Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across my video for the first time, my name is Janet, and on my channel I discuss the tips and tricks that you can use when applying for graduate studies or for studies abroad. So I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to stay tuned to this video because today I will be helping you answer that difficult question. In the section where you are asked on your application, if you'll be applying to other universities, please specify. That question is a big question. And I know that we all want to be strategic with it because we do not want anything that would negatively influence or affect our application. And that is why I am going to tell you when you have to be honest with this and when you have to be strategic with this. Remember that I said you have to be honest and strategic. I'm not saying when you should lie because that option is not in this video. But make sure to watch to the end so you can know when to be strategic and when to be extremely honest. Thank you very much. Now, so the first thing is, what type of application are you doing? Because there are two types of application. Some applications use like a common application portals, right? When I mean common application portal, like a centralized application portal, where you are required to list all schools you're applying to or have applied through that system. Example, if you're applying for undergraduate studies in the United Kingdom, I think they use the system called UCAS as a centralized system that actually handles reporting automatically. So your choices are of course kept confidential. You can be sure about that. So feel free to list how many schools you're applying to. Make sure that you list all of them because you are sure or you can be confident that they are not going to like go and meet this school to say this person applied to this school. No, 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 no. Your choices are kept confidential from each other until an offer is made or accepted, right? Also, there are some common application system in the United States where they use a centralized system, which often have sections where they ask you about what other schools you're applying to. This is for them to be able to collect data, it's for data collection purpose and for data processing. So you must be honest here also, entirely honest. Yeah. And for direct applications with universities, that is like if you're applying to the university directly, you can be strategic in this context. When I mean strategic, I'm going to explain to you what I mean. So for highly selective top tier universities, like the universities I mean when I say highly selective, yes, you can say the truth and say, yes, I applied to other university, but you have to be very careful. Say the truth with care. Because of course they assume that they actually assume that you're applying elsewhere too. So if they ask you, please honesty remains the key. Honesty help you maintains integrity. Their decision is based on your merit. It's based on all the other documents that they have requested that you submit, not on your other options, really. So lying could be seen as even an integrity issue, especially that like after the application and you're about to submit, they will ask you that we hope that all that you have mentioned is the truth, and if there's anything that is found to be dishonest, it can influence your application or we can withdraw this application. You don't want to, because if at any point this issue is somehow discovered, it could be it will become an integrity issue for you, really. So I want you to be honest, really. What will be as the truth. What is yours will be yours. So don't worry about it, just be honest about it. For some universities, in some application context, non-exclusive early action or early decision, especially in the US, context of the US, it depends on the plan, right? Some early decision, they require that you withdraw all other applications upon acceptance. So once you are accepted, they require that you withdraw. But of course, I feel like if you're already accepted in one university, I do not see the reason why you should be applying to another university. But of course, anything can happen. There are so many exceptions that can happen. So if you have actually gotten admission to an early decision university, this is binding on you to actually to it's actually binding on you that you withdraw all other applications from us upon acceptance. So if you have been accepted sincerely, I feel like that leaves you in a gray area because it will not be advisable that you are applying to another university, right? But I know that some things can happen. But at the same time, regardless of the context, you must still be truthful about your situation. If it's early action, it's non-binding, at least for some schools. So it allows flexibility. You can do whatever you want, and you can of course state that I'm applying to this university or I'm applying to this university. Then this less selective schools, for these less selective schools, most times People apply to them maybe because of safety. Like you have applied to one university, but you want to apply to another one because of safety. You are not sure this one will take you. You just want to in case. Yeah. So if this field is optional, please do well to not fill it. If you feel like I do not want to mention it but apply to other schools, you can leave it blank. Nobody will hold, because even the admission on the admission page, most times they write if you can share, you should share, right? If you want to. So if you want to leave it optional, if you're applying to other schools and you feel like I don't want to tell these people, if the question is saying if you like, if you don't like, you can leave it. Nobody would hold you to it. You did not say yes, you did not say no, so you did not lie, basically. But what would be wrong is for you to say no when you actually did apply, or for you to say yes when you did not. So yeah, so these schools, like I said, safety school, since it's a safety school, you might want to just be honest, because it's a safety school. And most times universities ask this question because they're trying to gauge their yield rate, the percentage of admitted students who actually or who would actually want to enroll, basically. So they are just interested in your likelihood of attending. So if this question is optional, like I said, you can leave it. So I'm just going to quickly tell you why lying is a bad idea. Sincerely, integrity is key, especially when applying, because you don't want anything tarnishing your image. Honesty is fundamental, especially in the academic process. If you are found to have misrepresented any facts, this could actually tell on your application. Also, if a university discover that there's a discrepancy, your entire application file could be flagged, basically. So the best policy is for you to be honest, be truthful. Don't worry, you can always shift the focus during the course of your application. State that it's possible to convey that even though you're applying to other universities, the university remain your top choice for specific reasons, and you explain it. So that's it. I wish you the best, and I hope that with this, anytime you come across the question, you know what and what to do. Okay, guys, make sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned, share with others. Have a great day. Bye.